welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. But it hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Time running out here on the play clock. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Left, 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 left. Here we go. Here we go. Left, 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 left. Check, check. Right.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, Deion Jones and pick sixes, they're going together like peas and carrots. Oh, boy. He had 2 of those, though, as a rookie last year.
And I know part of the reason is his speed. He's one of the fastest linebackers that you're going to find in the NFL. But another part is he's not very tall. Sometimes he gets lost in coverage. When a quarterback's looking downfield, he just doesn't see him, and he ends up making big plays.
One of those pick sixes last year, 90-yard return against Drew Brees in his hometown of New Orleans. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Shift together here from the D-line. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones from 13 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Bortles. He's got it over the middle. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ace, ace. Here we go. Black 50. So. Check 26, check 26. Ace, ace. Check nickel.
On first down, Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Bortles to throw on second down. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Bortles now on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because...
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Julio Jones is off to a monster first half, but still, can he reach what he did against the Panthers?
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Bortles now on first down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And Lewis has it, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Fournette, first down, still going. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down. Looking deep for Gabriel. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And here now come the Falcons. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Ryan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
To throw, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And running with power here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Red zone opportunity. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now Bortles throwing on second down. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side at the 3-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Second and goal. Defense digging. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blair Brown coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Defense showing blitz.
Green 39. Green 39. Black 58 right. Check. Here we go now. Green 90. Ace.
Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the gun, it's Bortles. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lee. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it first and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game.
Here we go. Blue 45. Left. Here we go now. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On second down, here's Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Here we go. Green.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Bortles to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many times when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all the dictating. In this case, the defense said, we're dictating the terms, and turned it loose towards him.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now is Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Going to give it to Freeman. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. Now Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One final try now for Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you